This is managing sites and adding new pages to a site. In this video, you'll learn how to manage sites and add new pages to a site in Dreamweaver CC. Specifically, you'll learn some of the features available in the Manage Sites dialog box, such as how to duplicate and export site definitions. And you'll also take a look at the different types of documents you can create in the new document window. So to begin with, in Dreamweaver CC, at this point, I have a site defined called Setting Up a New Site. And this uses the lesson folders associated with this video. And what you'll be learning a little bit about is the Manage Sites dialog box. So you can access that by choosing Site, Manage Sites. And what this is a list of any other sites that you have defined within Dreamweaver. Currently, I just have 2. You might have more or less. And the point is, each of these sites can be edited at any point. You can also delete sites, and you can duplicate them. Each of these sites can be edited at any point. You can also import and export them, or delete them. At any point, you can edit the site by clicking the small pencil icon. And this brings up the Site Setup dialog box. And then you can go ahead and make changes to whatever definitions are that you've made. For now, I'm going to cancel. So go ahead and click on My Site. And if you wanted to get rid of this site, I could click the Delete Site button in the bottom left corner. And I want to stress here that it's just the site definition that's being deleted. The folder and files that the site definition is pointing to will still exist. You're simply removing the information from Dreamweaver that points to that folder. And that's actually true of all the features we're about to look at. For example, if you wanted to duplicate a site, you could do that by clicking the Duplicate button. And all this does is just duplicate a copy of the settings pointing to the same file, folder, and assets for your site. Now, you might do this if you had a similar copy of the site, but you had other users who you wanted to use to access the site via FTP or through a remote location. However, for now, I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And let's talk about exporting sites. And again, at the bottom here, I can click on the Export button. And then I can specify the location that my site definition file will be exported to. Site definition files end with a .ste extension. They're simply text files that store the site definition settings that you specified through the Site Setup dialog box. And I can name the exported site anything I want. So in this case, let's go Exported Site. And I'll save it in the current websites folder. So I'll click Save. And if I click Done and go over to my Files panel, you can see that exportedsite.ste has been saved there. And again, this is just a text file with the settings that you specified in your site definition dialog box. It doesn't contain any of the files or assets from your existing website. The reason that you might want to export your site definitions is if you were moving from one computer to another and you wanted to have those settings carry over with you. In Dreamweaver CC, you can also sync your settings through the Creative Cloud, which would then give you access to your site settings from any internet-connected computer. Now to show you how to import the settings, we'll have to use a little imagination here, and we'll return to Site Manage Sites, and then click the Import Site button. And once we get to the Import Site dialog box, we'll choose the Exported Site STE and click Open. And as you can see, Dreamweaver recognizes that a site or connection named Setting Up a New Site already exists, and it would go ahead and name this one Setting Up a New Site 2. So let's go ahead and delete this duplicate New Site 2. And we're done with Manage Sites for now. So we'll click Done. Now, the other thing to go over quickly is the file formats or type of documents you can create whenever you have a new site in Dreamweaver. So let's go to File, New, and take a look at the options in the New Document dialog box. In the New Document window, we can see that in the left-hand column, we have a number of options, including blank pages, fluid grid layouts, starter templates, and site templates. Under blank page, we can create pages of various types. Typically, we would choose HTML as the page type, and from here we have a few options for the layout for our page. Previously we've selected none, but we could also choose 2-column fixed right sidebar header and footer, which will give us a predefined layout, or a 3-column fixed header and footer layout. But typically you'd start with a blank document with no layout. And this would give you just a blank HTML page. And a final option when creating a new HTML document is the document type. From here, you can specify whether you're using HTML5 or one of the earlier specifications, HTML 401 or XHTML. If you're new to Dreamweaver, then you'll simply keep the option for HTML5 to make sure you're using the most current standard. Coming back to the second column for page type, you can see there are a number of other options for file types. We can choose CSS to create a new cascading style sheet or CSS document, along with JavaScript, PHP, XML, SVG, or PHP templates. So for example, if I wanted to create a new PHP document, I could click PHP, layout none, and click create. And we have a new PHP document. So let's go ahead and close that and go back to the new document window. And real quickly here, let's just take a look at a couple of the other categories. Fluid grid layout, which is a topic we'll cover in an upcoming video, allows you to create fluid or responsive layouts for your site that will allow your site to display properly on mobile, tablet, or desktop devices. Under starter templates, the current options are mobile starters that will allow you to design mobile applications using jQuery Mobile. And under site templates, you can define template pages for your site that will allow you to make modifications and change the content of these pages without affecting the layout or structure of the pages. And we'll cover creating site templates in a future video as well. So you can see there's a number of options for creating a new document within Dreamweaver. But for now, let's just click cancel, and we're done with this video. We learned a little bit about the Manage Sites dialog box, as well as how to create different types of documents in the new document window. The next video in this sequence is defining page properties.